Robot Wars and the New Blood Championship final. The best 4 rookie robots in the war zone fighting for a place in the 7th Wars, the next UK Championship. Will Thor and his mighty hammer match Mr. Psychos? There's Storm 2, a little whirlwind of a machine capable of pushing a cold front in under even the hot-blooded Viking legend. Who will survive the pit of peril? There's Cedric Slammer, a mischievous monkey hoping to go 8. A mute, silent and deadly. On whom will the sparks fly? For whom will the bell toll? It's daring do or die. Robot Wars, the New Blood final.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Tonight, Robot Wars crowns the most brutal new bot on the block. It's the New Blood Grand Final! Over the last 4 heats, 24 robots thought they had what it takes. Yeah, to be a hairdryer. But while most had their dreams shattered all over the war zone, 4 have survived. So, are you ready to find the New Blood Champion? Alrighty, let the wars begin!
Craig, great stuff so far. We've had the drop zone, the floor flipper, we've had flashing blades, we've had a flip or 2. Oh dear, what a to-do. And now, who'll lift the New Blood title on high? You know, I don't think the crowd even cares this is finals day. They've seen so much devastation in the New Blood Championship, they simply want more. But tonight is about finding a champion. Let's get on with round 1.
From Kingsthorpe in Northamptonshire, Thor.
Could hammer a final nail in any coffin.
Are you going to be horns up for battle?
Yes,
Go on
definitely.
Go on then. I mean, you are God of Thunder, which really means that you should win this.
Yeah, they should bow down and worship their god, I think.
Do you reckon they will, though?
So we'll have to do it. We'll
think they're a
have to
bit
punish
cheeky.
them for being instant.
The hammer's the key. One blow can stop anything. 18 miles an hour, nippy, can self-right, good driving skills. Thin armour, though.
From Martlesham Heath in Suffolk, Storm 2.
Who dares look into the eye of the storm?
Punishment's going for them.
But shouldn't you be bowing down and worshipping the God of Thunder?
No, it's time for a revolt. They're going down, and this is what's doing it.
It is all a load of rubbish, isn't it, really?
Basically a tough rambot, capable of 20 miles an hour, very fast, powerful. The whole body acts as a hammer. No gentle breeze against this one.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Thor team, Jason Marston and Lee Cornish. And the Storm 2 boys, Ed Hoppett, Andrew Rayner and Tim Bentz. In the arena for the House Robots, Mr. Psycho. Alongside the hammer and the claw, the flamethrower of Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Thor coming out, looking to get that mighty first hammer blow in that has seen off opponents previously in this New Blood Championship. But Storm 2, very quick, 20 mile an hour top speeds. Nippy, we've likened him previously in this New Blood Championship to Tornado, the way it covers ground, looks for an opening, is persistent and dogged. They're driving Andrew Rayner, pushing into the side of Thor, not allowing Thor's weapon to get any purchase, any effect. That won't do Thor any good, simply slamming against the arena floor. And that's the potency of Storm 2, and a full run-up, cracked into Thor and left it rocking. Now can they follow up on that attack? Storm 2 dodges to one side. Thor has the hammer. Storm 2, the machine of Ed we just saw there, the Team Captain Ed Hobbit, has the brains, it would seem. What can Jason Marston and Lee Cornish do now? They're in real peril. Up and over Storm 2 after that slam, which has released the pit. Great driving by Storm 2. They got in underneath Thor on the edge of the pit now. Very, very close. They need to get away. Oh, they just do. One side of the pit, t'other the other. Now they're away and in freer ground. Thor, is there a problem with the CO2 bottle for the hammer? There is, it's leaking, the hammer is not working. Listen, you can see, or hear I should say, the rush of escaping gas out of the Thor bottle. The team's bottle won't have gone, the weaponry bottle has gone. Storm 2 in underneath Thor again. That great hiss was the vent of steam from the floor. I think it's very nearly all over for Thor, Storm 2. If they can finish this now, sure to go through. Unless they steer themselves into problems, they're steering Thor towards the pit. Slowly, inexorably. Pit, 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 cry the crowd. Thor holding on. Just about 100 kilos hanging in the breeze, and they're away again. What a fight this is. Both these machines worthy of a place in the UK Championships, the 7th Wars. That is the ultimate prize for the winner of New Blood, let me remind you. Storm 2, at the very start of these championships, didn't look anything out of the ordinary. How we were wrong. In underneath Thor again. Thor's 3-centimetre ground clearance. That is a problem. That needs to be addressed if they're to fight on in the future. Storm 2 again taking advantage, but I'll tell you what, they cannot finish Thor off. Could that be a problem for Storm should they come across better opposition? Will they even win this if it goes to the judges? Look, there's smoke coming off the arena floor as they try and bite in and get traction, and Thor is finishing the stronger here. Goes to the judges. They have a decision to make, I'll tell you. Pat on the back for the Storm 2 boys. Thor still confident, are they? I wonder.
What a right Royal Rumble! Who won? I don't know. We're going to have to go to the judges while they're making up their minds. Let's review the highlights of that fantastic battle.
What an early drive by Storm 2, dodging the Thor weaponry, building up a pace and coming in there. A real thumper. Thor caught by the hammer of Mr. Psycho. So Storm 2 very much on top at this moment. Another drive in underneath Thor. Thor took damage. Storm 2's aggression was controlled and stylish. Thor couldn't get away on the edge of the pit, but then they steered themselves to safety. Good point scored for Thor at that stage. Were they coming back into it? Storm 2 looked on top as we reached this moment. Thor very nearly pitted, escaped again and finished very strongly. It'll be closer than it looked at one stage. Thor the aggressor late on, but they couldn't get the hammer to work, it was damaged. Will that be key? Tense faces all around.
And the judges have reached a decision. You know what they're looking at? Style, control, damage, and aggression. And I guess on all 4 points, they've gone for Storm 2! Guys, if that fight would have gone on any longer, I reckon you might have stolen it because you were coming back at the end.
Yeah, we were getting stronger towards the end. I think they were getting a bit tired.
Yeah.
We lost the hammer early on, but...
The hammer early on, and even when the hammer was working, it still wasn't as sort of effective as it was in the earlier rounds.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, we lost it.
You
early
said you were
on,
going to go and work on that and make it get, hard again, but what happened?
Yeah, I think they dislodged the pipe and we vented all the gas.
Yeah.
So No good.
But as the fight wore on, I mean, they were pushing you around, they were carrying you around on their shoulders. But as the fight sort of wore on, in fact, I don't know how you avoided the pit. You were almost in the pit a couple of times.
Good draw,
but as the fight wore on, you were coming back. You were getting stronger.
I mean, when we went toe to toe with them, we just had a little bit more grip, I think, what they could generate, and we just managed to push them. We just couldn't quite get them in the right position to get them anywhere, you know. So,
well, you're through to the playoffs anyway. You're going to fight for 3rd place.
Yep.
Your new kids on the block. Are you enjoying Robot Wars?
Yeah.
Loved it, yeah, really loved it.
Ladies and gentlemen, go ballistic for Thor! Yeah! You thought you were losing it at one stage. I saw you throwing all your toys
we didn't think it was going well at one point there. There's loads of oil down on the arena surface, and we drove through a puddle of it, and after that we had white oil being burnt off the tyres, and we was...
And they started pushing you around, didn't they?
We were spinning the wheels to try and shift as much of that oil off the tyres as we could and giving it full throttle, but it was just...
Knocked his head and did the business.
But, I mean, you came out of the pits real strong again.
That's the way to go. Bash him a bit. Try and dislodge... I mean, as they say, we dislodged something in there. Took out the axe. The axe is the only thing we had to worry about, really, to start with. Axe gone. We didn't have to worry about getting hit on the top. Pushed them around. We tried to get them in the pit.
Did you ever think you were going to get them in that pit? I mean, it was so close.
We were so close, but the way the wheels were on there, they're balancing, and we could never quite turn them far enough to get them so that they were going to fall. That's the way it goes. But we got there. We pushed them. Smashed them.
Any damage to your robot?
Sorry? No. Nothing obvious.
OK, then. So, Cedric Slammer or Mute, who would you prefer to see? Who would you like to avoid?
Cedric Slammer's got a spinner on the front. We're quite good against spinners because it's so heavily armoured. Yeah. So I reckon we'd have a good chance against him. Mute, flippers, we run either way up. Either of them will do. You don't care. Bring on all
Bring them on. Let's hear it. This is Storm 2.
Yes, come on.
Storm 2 through to the new Blood Grand Final. Thor will fight off for 3rd or 4th. Next up, Cedric Slammer and Mute.
From Preston in Lancashire, Cedric Slammer.
The chimp's no chump, but will he have his chips this time around?
Well, Cedric Slammer team, it's nice to know Cedric the Monkey has some sustenance for the long, arduous journey ahead.
Yeah.
Now, Mute is a smallish, quite low flipper robot. That's who you're up against. What have you got to defeat it?
Well, we've got a high-speed spinning disc with a heavy-weighted blades on the end, and hopefully we should be able to carve chunks out of it.
Now, when you say high speed, how many RPMs?
It's about 3,000 RPM.
3,000, so that really is high speed.
Yeah, the whole robot starts to vibrate at that speed.
What are your chances of getting through to the grand final?
Well, it's not very good against flippers, but if we can give him a good blow, then it should be all right.
Has that powerful, heavy steel-bladed, vertical, high-speed spinning car wheel weapon, four-wheel drive can self-right, but it's the slowest in this final.
From Stoke-on-Trent in Staffordshire, Mute.
Quiet, purring, but efficient.
Excuse me, Mute team, how powerful is your flipper?
On the end of the run, we've got 2 ton force.
You're up against a 3,000 RPM spinning disc of Cedric Slammer.
Okay.
What do you feel
We've got plenty of
about
armour, 12mm polycarb, 2mm stainless.
Yeah,
so.
but the big but is...
Yeah.
Go on, you tell me.
Well, we've never fought spinner before, so we're not sure how the arm will stand up.
Yeah, you've got round here. Can we push this down?
Yeah.
So show us these. What are these made of?
It's titanium, grade 5 titanium.
Right.
And we've got the barbs. So if you can get off those, you're doing well.
So if you can get underneath them?
Yeah, we can ride around all day with them stuck up there.
Have you got the power to get them out of the arena?
Yeah, no problem.
Right, that's what we want to see then.
Wedge-shaped with those front and rear flippers, the armour of polycarbon titanium, but when the flipper opens, the inner mechanics are exposed for axes. Spinners are not too sure.
Roboteers, stand by.
Mute team Dan Emmett on the left, Adam on the right. The Emmett boys and Cedric Slammer, Jason Alty, James Cragg and Michael Senzak. Sergeant Bash is in the arena for the house robots with the flame and the pincers, and there's Mr. Psycho with the smash and grab.
3, 2, 1.
Cedric Slammer the more potent. I think Mute is the more durable and perhaps the cleverer of the two. Perhaps has the more astute driving skills. Side by side. Mute 96 kilos, Cedric Slammer 4 kilos heavier. Jason Alty there at the controls, an electronics engineer, and trying to get that 3,000 RPM, very, 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 very quick spinning wheel into play on Mute, with the 2 tons of very, 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 very heavy force at the front. I think they just make it up, really, as they go along, some of these teams, to be honest. I mean, let's face it, Cedric Slammer's most potent weapon is the monkey. And at the moment, he's nodding in appreciation, because it looks as if Mute are stood still, are they? Adam and Daniel Emmett, you need to get Mute going, because the ref bot will come in and have a look. Mute, are you mobile? Hello? Hello? Wake up! This is for a place in the New Blood final, the grand final. Is anyone there? Yes. You answered me. You're okay. Cedric Slammer backing away. What on earth happened to me? How can you put a poor little defensive monkey out there? No defence at all. As lurking over him, Mr. Psycho prowls. The ref bot's going to have a look here closely. Oh, both robots, I think. Are they both immobile? He's counting them down, you know. Cedric Slammer may be twitching, but he's not moving cleanly. I think they've both been counted out. What, at the same time? Or has he only counted one out there? It's not clear, but I'll tell you, Mr. Psycho thinks Cedric Slammer is still alive. There's a red card out there. I still think the ref bot's counted them both out. I could be wrong. But Mr. Psycho thinks Cedric Slammer is still fighting, and therefore he can attack Cedric Slammer. So does the contest go on? This is very controversial. Maybe it does. The clock is ticking down on Cedric Slammer, but I think it's all needless. I think both Slammer and Mute went. I've absolutely no idea what's gone on. Craig, sort it out, please.
Controversy raised on Robot Wars. The judges have decided that both robots were immobilised at the same time. Therefore, they're going to judge the competition up into the stage where they believe both robots were immobilised. They'll be looking at style, control, damage and aggression.
Well, Mute the more aggressive early on, doing a lot of work in underneath Cedric Slammer, but it became a war of attrition, this. No machine was dominant. Jason Alty couldn't impose Cedric Slammer on Mute. No real damage caused to Adam and Daniel Emmett's machine. And as they grew weary and attacks subsided, I think they were both immobilised together. Despite the late destruction of Cedric Slammer, the ref bot had already stood in for me and made his count and made his decision. Now it's up to the judges to make theirs. Very controversial. Whatever the result, one team heartbroken, one team ecstatic.
And the judges have made their decision. It's quite controversial. It's a split decision. It's 2-1. Looking at all the criteria, they've gone for Mute! Guys, you've got to be disappointed.
Well, at least the monkey got a suntan out of it.
What is that monkey stuck on with, by the way? It wouldn't move.
A couple of zip ties.
Listen, I mean, you've got to be disappointed there. I mean, I thought you were much more mobile than they were.
Yeah, it was just when we hit him, it was hit him hard, and it must have shook something loose inside the robot.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost total control, and it came back a little bit, but it wasn't enough.
I mean, it wasn't much of a fight, really, was it? It was just one coming together and then kind of over.
Yeah, but we was trying to stay away from them, stop them from flipping us, because they've got a very good flipper. But unfortunately, we broke down.
Ah, well, you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You're fighting Thor. He's got a mighty hammer.
Yeah.
How do you think you're going to do against them?
Well, I think the hammer's a bit too big, really, but we'll give them a good run for the money.
OK, guys, it's nice to have you here. Let's hear it for Cedric Slammer! Well, are you the two luckiest robot teams in the history of Robot Wars? What happened? I mean, you just hit them once and then it just
it
stopped.
died. It was a hit. It was a good hit. We flipped him, they hit us as well.
Yeah.
And it just killed ours. But lucky.
Very lucky. Listen, you're going to need more than luck.
That's it.
In the next fight, aren't you?
Storm, yeah.
What do you think? I mean, you're two similar kind of robots, really. Only I think you've got a really powerful flipper, but
they've got a lot more power.
You're quite strong as well.
I say strong, but it's just if he can push us about, if we can get him up on top, no problem. We'll flip him out as long as it works.
As long as it works. Well. Yeah. Good luck, good luck, and very lucky.
Cheers.
Let's hear it for Mute!
Our first round winners then, Storm 2 and Mute, into the playoff for 3rd and 4th place in the New Blood Championship. Go Cedric Slammer and Thor.
Right, the Gods of Thunder are now playing for 3rd and 4th place. Sadly, you didn't make it to the top, mate.
Yeah.
It's a shame that, but still, now you're up against a hunk of scrap metal.
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
I know that's what it is.
Oh.
It's a real hunk of scrap metal,
Well,
and it could chop you up.
Yeah, it's definitely got potential. And it's very armoured, very heavy armour on the top, so we'll struggle to get through that, I think.
Now, you lost all that gas, you had no working axe. What have you got now?
It's back at full power. In fact,
it?
a little bit more than full power.
Oh, is it?
So, yes.
You've cranked it up, now the stakes are higher.
And we've sharpened the end a little bit as well.
Have you? Oh, get you. Here, they've sharpened the end of their chopper.
Yeah, no. Well, we've sharpened ours as well.
Oh, have you? Did you see them doing it? And have you cranked anything up, or is the monkey faring?
We've just strapped everything down so it doesn't break down again.
Right.
So.
Okay, so you've kind of gone back a little bit, just to make sure that you're reliable.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, any technique?
Just keep away from that big hammer.
Yeah. But you could be... That could be difficult.
I know.
You could be driving like a demon. Is the driving up to it?
Yep.
Okay. You're going to get 3rd place?
Yep.
Well, we'll try.
Yeah.
We are so very close to crowning a New Blood Grand Champion. But there's 2 losers in the pits, and they're angry, they're frustrated, they're looking for a ruck. So, shall we make them battle over 3rd place? Then, so be it.
First into the arena then, the machine of Jason Marston, a builder by trade and a lead Cornish and office furniture fitter.
Cedric Slammer.
Team of Jason Alty, with him James and Michael. Jason designed and built and drives the machine. He's an electronics engineer.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the house robots, Shunt with the bulldozer blades and Mighty Growler.
3, 2, 1.
Let loose the dogs of war. Thor on the attack on Cedric Slammer. Needs to be more accurate with that hammer. When it does come down, if it catches another machine on a sweet spot, that's the end. It is hugely powerful, but Cedric Slammer working hard again. Didn't the team seem down and despondent after that controversial decision against Mute? Thor away. Cedric Slammer trying to get their flywheel weaponry, the spinning disc up to full speed. Thor lining up a hammer blow, but Cedric Slammer wisely keeping out of arm's length and harm's reach. Oh, and in comes Growler with a huge attack. Nearly took them both out. Crowd loved it. I think it's taken Cedric Slammer out. Very, very quick across the arena floor, Growler. Cedric Slammer finished. Slammed them onto the arena sidewall. Huge power from Growler. Cedric Slammer simply couldn't take that sort of weight and power at speed. I'm not surprised, are you? It looked horrible. Cedric Slammer counted out. They finished 4th in the New Blood Championship. Growler yawns, he's after Thor, who finished 3rd. Might stay out of trouble. They can, of course, live to fight another day and try to pre-qualify for Robot Wars, the 7th war, the next UK Championship. I'll remind you, the ultimate winners of this new blood has automatic entry to the 7th Wars. That's some prize. Cedric Slammer about to be pitted by that evil cur. Down it goes. Growler backs away.
Cease.
Well done, Thor. Cedric Slammer, Thor all over.
Cedric Slammer slammed into the pit. The victors, the hammer of the mighty Thor! Cedric Slammer. You've got a right to feel aggrieved, really, you know. A lot of people out there think you should have been fighting in the final.
Yeah.
And not fighting for 3rd place. But you fight for 3rd place and you end up in the pit. What went wrong?
Yeah, I think we got hit a bit too hard, and I think it's rattled something loose or knackered the gearbox or something.
Do you feel as though the judges made the right decision in the fight against me?
It was very close. I mean, I think we did a bit more damage to him than he did to us.
Yeah.
But unfortunately...
It's all is fair in love and robot wars, I tell you. The judges don't always get it right. A lot of people in the pits are going, oh, I think they got it wrong. But you've had a good competition. You've got a fine robot.
Yeah, we've got a lot further than what we thought we would do. I mean, all it is bits of scrap metal welded together.
Yeah. I think you'll live to slam again, though, won't you?
Yeah, certainly.
I'm sure you will. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Cedric Slammer! Well, that's better.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
You got the hammer working again?
Yeah, a bit more power now, yeah.
We were saying that, you know, if you actually put a target on Cedric Slammer, you would have probably missed it with that hammer, though, wouldn't you?
Probably, yeah.
What is the problem with the accuracy of the hammer? Because...
more driving. That's all it is.
It's your driving, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, it does seem slow to crank up, and then, but it does come down with an awful lot of force.
You have to accelerate up because it's so heavy.
Yeah.
The initial start's quite slow, but when it gets sort of up past its halfway point, it's doing about 60 mile an hour. So.
New kids on the block. Are you happy with how far you go?
Yeah, pretty chuffed actually. Yeah.
Are you disappointed that you couldn't just go one better, make it into the final?
We'd like to go to the final. Yeah. No mind.
Next time, eh?
Yeah.
Just one more thing. What is under your hats?
A bald head.
Go on. Woo, and there. Give us a go with that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the mighty Thor! It suits me, this.
Fancy myself. Thor finished 3rd, Cedric Slammer 4th. And on to the big one, the grand final, Mute against Storm 2.
So in the New Blood Grand Final, Mute.
That's it, we're there.
You must be so proud.
Certainly are. Been lucky, but proud.
Yeah. Now, are you going to get lucky again, though, do you
Hopefully,
think?
yeah.
Well, you know, this upcoming battle.
We need plenty. Yeah, we're going to...
You do need plenty of luck. Now, tactics, I know you've actually been discussing with the opposition, which isn't very helpful. You're just going to flip them.
That's all we can do, yeah.
Which angle are you going to go for?
Straight on.
Do you need to go behind?
No, head on.
Head on, yeah.
Head on. Yeah, straight up the middle.
Right, OK. No messing.
No.
Straight up the middle, head on, but you've got some force, haven't you?
Yeah, if they come straight at us and we meet in the middle, it's just going to be down to who's got the lower front. If they got lower front, we go up their front. If they've got the lower front, they're going to slam into that wall like they don't know what's happened to them.
Now, what is your power compared to their power?
They've got 2 horsepower of drive in that robot. We've got 18 horsepower of drive.
Yes.
That's 9 times more.
Robot Wars.
It's a tense time for our supporters here, especially when one of our new bloods is about to pick up its first Robot Wars trophy. So let's show you how our 2 finalists got this far. Well, Mute were far too strong for Terror Turtle in its first battle. The turtle was turned, they then flipped Rhubarb and had their first melee well and truly sewn up. They were well and truly through, and then rather stupidly went into the pit, but still survived. Next up, a clash with Mr. Nasty. Much better fight. Mr. Nasty were aggressive, Newt more controlled. And there you see, they did get underneath again and use that flipper. That's what they're going to try and do in this final against Storm 2. In underneath and flip. Not great power in the flipper, perhaps. Do you think that'll be telling in the final? Mr. Nasty, flame grilled. In our Heat 1 final, it was a flipper frenzy. Terrific fight. Mute toppled Rhubarb. The second time they'd met in that heat. Once again, Mute too strong. Rhubarb just acrobatically stayed in the arena. It was a great fight, this. Mute flipped. How about that, though, for recovery? A Sri-mech at its most powerful and decisive. The judges had no problem deciding.
They were more impressed with Mute!
So to tonight's New Blood final. In the first fight, they met Cedric Slammer. A bash and a crash. And then weary machines started just to grind down. Slowly, inexorably, and sluggishly, the fight petered out. The ref bot counted them out. Cedric was slammed after time. The judges again called it Mute's way. Let's take you all the way back to Storm 2's first fight against Direct Action, the checkerboard machine, and Revolution 2 with the flailing blades. Direct Action was cornered, suppressed, pressed back onto the verge of the pit. Storm 2 nearly went down. Direct Action beat him to it. Next up, Chopper. More whirling blades, ineffective. Toppled, couldn't self-right. Flipped. And crushed. Burnt out. Storm 2 worthy winners. In the Heat final, it was ICU. Storm 2 got in underneath. That one attack left ICU fragile, its mechanics gone. The countdown saw ICU on the drop zone and battered by the bowling balls. Down they came from the drop zone. ICU were beat. So, to today's first fight against Thor's hammer and horns. That buffeting gave Storm 2 an early advantage. Thor were rocked, pushed, slammed. But right at the eye of the storm and on the verge of the pit, they found calm assurance, and Thor fought back from an almost impossible position. To take it to a judge's decision, Storm got the nod. So, the New Blood final. I am so looking forward to this. Storm 2 against Newt. Professor Martin Smith from the University of Central England has joined us. I've been impressed with the New Blood. Have you been?
Very, very impressed. That Storm 2 has got some very, very powerful motors. It's beautifully made. It's got titanium, it's got polycarbonate, it's got aluminium, it's stainless steel. It's a real work of engineering art, that machine. Very strong.
Have we seen any new design innovations coming through, though, with the New Blood?
No, but good quality, though. Very good quality, very powerful. And it's up against a very strong contender, which is very similar.
OK. I've got to make my pick. Let's whip up a Storm.
We started out with 24 robots, all out to prove they were the best of the next generation of Carnage. Well, now just 2 robots remain, but only one can be crowned New Blood champion! It should be awesome. Let the grand final begin!
Mute. With the flipper, the machine of Adam and Daniel Emmett. Adam on the right.
Storm 2.
The great pushing machine of Ed Hoppit on the left, Andrew Rayner and Tim Bentz.
Courtiers, stand by.
The grand final of New Blood, we've pushed Sergeant Bash, an old hand in the arena, and Dead Metal, another Warzone veteran.
2, 1.
The winner of this goes straight through to the 7th Wars, the next UK Championships. We heard that Mute would be vulnerable to a front-on attack by Storm. They're side-on at the moment. They're trying to expose the large 4-centimetre robot ground clearance. I think at the rear of Mute, that is. Doesn't seem to have much ground clearance in the front, to be honest. Now they're in underneath Storm 2. And Storm 2 a little bit lucky there. Mute came in and nearly got in underneath to use that front flipper, which opens the wrong way. It's a curious design. It may well leave Mute vulnerable to attacks from Axes in the future. They may well need to modify it. But at the moment they're doing okay. Mute chases off after Storm. Storm turns again, tries to get the wedge shape in underneath Mute, and they're locked together. Mute's flipper doesn't work. It was never going to work there, really, because they weren't fully in underneath Storm 2. You're watching there the back of Adam Emmett's head. Storm 2 on the side of Mute. This is cagey stuff, isn't it? Very wily. These two young teams, inexperienced in the war zone. You wouldn't think that, though, from the way they're trying to gain advantage from what has become a tactical battle. Chase and be chase. Cat and mouse. Look at the traction there from Storm 2. You can see smoke rising from the arena floor. You can hear motors revving up, driving and trying to get an advantage. Very close, this. There you can see the Storm boys and the Mute team peering out from their control pods high above the arena. Look at the traction from Storm 2's wheels there. Burning rubber. Turning away. No great advantage from the weaponry. Storm 2, quick 20 miles an hour. Faster by 5 mph out there in the zone. Side by side again. Could that be decisive? Storm 2 very nearly attacked by Dead Metal. And away. Mute onto the flame pit. Could that be decisive? Was that an error as the judges mark their cards? I don't think we're going to see one decisive KO blow here at all. I don't think Mute's weaponry is working at all. Judges might mark them down on that. Now let's see if the flipper... It's not working, is it? Because they had a chance then to flip Storm 2 and they didn't use that chance. So the high-pressure flipper is not working on Mute. Oh, it is! They were lulling Storm 2 and me into a false sense of security. Well, that's cagey stuff from the Mute team, Adam and Daniel. Supported by Peter, the family team from Staffordshire, the Emmets. The Storm boys look on. Well, they were very nearly caught gold and again! This is the old rumble in the jungle tactics when Ali drew George Foreman on in the World Heavyweight Championship and then caught him with a sucker punch. And Mute have done just that to Storm 2. And the seconds tick down. And where will the judges go on this? Brilliant ending by Mute. Was it a decisive one?
What an excellent New Blood final. It's too close to call. We're going to have to go to the judges to look at style, control, damage and aggression. Will Mute be making noise or will the Storm be raging? While the judges are making up their minds, let's see the highlights.
Professor Noel Sharkey was making hurried notes there on what? Storm 2's aggression and good stylish running away from Mute. Mute with the flipper, not working to its true effect there. They had another chance to flip there. They didn't use it. Storm 2 nudging away, but you see all the while, Mute were just lulling Storm 2 into that false sense of security. But had Storm 2 been the more aggressive until that final flip, did Mute leave it too late? Up to you, judges.
And the judges have made their decision. Style, control, damage, aggression. Who do you think won?
I wouldn't like to call it. I really, really wouldn't.
What about you? Who do you think won?
I don't know, it's pretty close.
The judges didn't want to call it either. Do you know something? There was 1 point in it. After all of that, just 1 point in it. They've gone for Storm 2! Guys, your luck finally ran out.
Yeah, it did. Gutted.
Now listen, they seem like to spend the whole fight on fire.
Yeah.
There's smoke coming out of everywhere on them.
Yep.
And you flip them.
It's a good flip, yeah.
Although they work upside down as well.
We did spend most of the fight in the house robots though, so I thought it might have gone that way.
But I tell you, I mean, you were lucky to get past Cedric Slammer, I thought.
Yeah.
But I mean, you took the fight to them there.
Yep. Batteries work this time.
Batteries work, a lot of pushing and shoving.
Yeah, 18 horsepower versus 2. And we still pushed them back.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
You must be a bit disappointed.
No, not really.
1 point in it. What do you think it was?
I don't know. We thought the flip might have done it, but obviously not.
Yeah. No. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
But listen, you know, you're a fine robot.
Cheers.
We're glad to have you in the Robot Wars community. Let's hear it for Mutes! Oh, you lucky boys! I mean, do you know, now that you automatically qualify for the 7th Wars now, you haven't got to go through qualification or anything like that?
I would have thought qualification would have been easier.
Oh, I tell you, man, I mean, great battle. You were on fire all the time, it just smoke coming out everywhere.
We were stripping the paint off the arena. That was the white stuff. It's actually the grey paint that was coming up because our wheels were trying to get the grip and the power was going in just the paint.
That was smoke.
It's friction. Friction on the surface.
Yeah. 1 point in it. What do you think stole it for you?
I don't know. It's difficult to say. I think we spent most of the time on the aggression with them. We were pushing them about as much as we could.
Well, they said you've got much bigger motors.
What had happened? We damaged the front of the scoop.
Yeah.
We were actually only running on the rear 2 wheels, which is why you saw the smoke coming off them. But when they flipped us, we were back on all 6 wheels again. We thought, well, hey guys, thanks.
Well, hey.
And we were off.
I mean, you won, and you haven't really got a weapon.
Just goes to show that you don't necessarily need a weapon as long as you've got a solid, reliable bot.
Tornado. I think they're applying for a bit of copyright protection on their robot, actually. But anyway, guys, it was all for that. Show it to the people out there. Our new blood champions are Storm 2! Well, all our new blood robots have risen to the cause, but Storm 2 are the champions on Robot Wars. Good night.
I just saw Robot Wars and I really love Mr. Psycho.
Coming next time, simply a robot rampage. Middleweights mashing it up, lightweights too. Fearsome featherweights here. And not forgetting the itty-bitty antweights with their nasty nip. Don't miss it.